Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I am the Horror Shark. Oh my god. I can't believe how bad I messed up. So, I had recorded this video with Mumster. We did a from reel to wheel, and we're like, okay, cool. We did it in like 6 minutes. I was like, awesome. We can just go home, get some rest, have a chill time. Come to find out the next morning, I shouldn't have done it live in the car, and I shouldn't have done it with the car's Bluetooth connected to my phone. So, in that, there was no audio at all. So I was just like, oh shit, and I gotta redo it. The good news is I can get more of my thoughts out because we had a time crunch, and I feel there's a lot I had to say that I couldn't say in that video. So, without further ado, let's dig into Scream 6. So, one of the things that I liked about Scream 5 was it felt fresh. It felt like no one was safe. A couple of the legacy characters, or even just newer characters to the franchise that were in other movies, were butchered. That was risky. In this movie, it's like stab, stab, stab. I'm fine, or I'm barely hitting in there, but I'll make it. And it's like, no, that ruins the stakes in a lot of ways. You can't do that. Once someone is stabbed in the gut and multiple other stab wounds in their body, I'm sorry, they ain't making it. I mean, they could, but the amount of times it happens, it's like, really? Another thing, I'm getting kind of negative here, is that, so, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there was a character I suspected from the get-go. I was like, ooh, he's giving off some red flags, but I tempered my expectations. I was like, maybe not. Maybe this isn't the guy. And turns out I was right and wrong. It wasn't him. And so I was like, okay, let's keep it going. 20 minutes later, probably not even, someone tells a sob story, and I'm like, wait a minute, so there's a connection there, and if they do what I think they're gonna do, I've guessed who the killer and their motive was right away. I was right. To put it into perspective, I've never guessed one of the killers in the Scream movie before. Not even in the last one. I was like, okay, it can't be. No way. Oh, it was. Okay, well, I'm wrong. And this one, it's like, it makes sense story-wise, but it's stupid as all hell, because it's so predictable. And I envy anyone who doesn't really figure out who the killer is right away, because the shock and reveal will be there for you. It wasn't for me. I literally, I was watching this movie next to Mumster, and I was like, I leaned over when the reveal happened. I'm like, I knew it. And then oh man, there's another thing too, and I was like, I knew it. It's like, no way. And then I found a huge flaw in the story. There's a scene where they're talking about where Courtney Cox and what's the other actress's name? She plays Sam Carpenter. She and the two of them are talking about Dewey. Or they're not even necessarily talking about him, but his theme music is playing. And it's very relevant to Dewey and what happened in the last movie. It's not even like, oh, we're reflecting on what happened. We're just reflecting on how to move forward. And it's like his presence is there while the music is playing. Really well placed. I was listening to it while I was watching the scene. I'm like, that's a really well done scene. Not even just from the actress's standpoint, but the music they put in there fit. And it could have been terrible. It could have been like oh, well, yeah, we'll just throw this in there because, Dewey was there. He saved the day almost. But they put it in the right place at the right time. Right now, I'm giving this film a 2.5 out of 5, possibly a 3, depending on how. Because the first. Well, so the opening scene is really good. A lot of the stuff in the middle is really good, but the climax is just like goes downhill pretty quick. For me, at least. I know a lot of people are hailing this as the best since the first movie, or even just the best sequel in general. I kind of just repeated myself, didn't I? Now I want to show you what I got at the theater while I went to go see this film, and that is a Scream 6 poster. I got 2 of them, actually. I might do a giveaway when I review Scream 6. I might not. I might even do a giveaway for both of them. It was pretty cool. But I don't want to do it right now. I'll wait till I actually review it. I want to get it a little bit more planned better. So yeah, those are my thoughts. The worst part about this movie was the ending and the reveal. That is a major part of a Scream movie. It was a bit forced. So was the, we gotta be self-aware and have social commentary in this film, and it's like, it was handled very well in the last 5. Here, it felt out of place, kinda. It was like, we're out in the open, we're all talking to each other. It could be one of us, here are the rules. But it kind of felt obnoxious, and I was like, I don't know, Randy's niece kind of got on my nerves a little bit. Not so bad that it was like unbearable to watch. The last one, it was kind of interesting because they were introducing new ideas that were kind of like new to the time because, you know, horror is always evolving, and it was very relevant. And here it's like, well, it's the same thing, just expect the opposite. I'm like, well, that hasn't really been dealt with too well now, has it? In fact, I'd say the opposite doesn't really occur as much as the suspected outcome in this movie. So she's a freaking hypocrite. No. It was a fun time. I had a good time with it. I had some grapes. Some major grapes, some small grapes. But it was still a good time. And I will definitely watch it again. And I will do a Scream 3 review before it becomes unrelevant again. Until the next Scream movie, which, if there is one. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Lion Brian Gatto, the horror shark with the sniffles. Hey guys, just giving the usual shoutouts to my Patreon supporters. If you would like to support me on Patreon or join the channel as a member, the link to my Patreon is in the description below. If you want to join the channel as a member, hit the join button under the video. Both have similar perks. You'll get early access to videos, shoutouts, as well as even some collaborations depending on how much you give a month. Join us. Alright, let's get into it. And if you don't want to support me with any money, just hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And as always, subscribe. That's my raspy scream.